Welcome back to the Toad Cam. Today I'm going to editorialize just a little bit because I do have a concern, and I think it's a general concern that affects us all far, far more than we realize, and that is the conflation of information culture and entertainment culture. We are now experiencing such a profound revolution in the ability to deliver entertaining media, irresistibly entertaining media, and this causes us to disattend to many of the disciplines and trainings of thought that occurred in earlier ages when media was relatively boring to utterly dull. I think reading manuscripts and books was not intrinsically very visually or sensorially entertaining. The value, the payoff occurred within the mind of the person absorbing the dominant software of that age, whether that was storytelling or writing out whatever you were writing out on some kind of parchment. There wasn't a whole lot of entertainment value in that. So the mind itself had to become the dynamic region where the information unfolded. Well, we've completely inverted that relationship. Now what happens is the processes that used to require tremendous amount of mental computational power have basically been offloaded onto ultra-powerful media platforms, meaning the mind itself has to do very, very little work other than just sort of sit there and absorb it and enjoy it, and then when you're done, move on to something else, which is great if the purpose of culture is to entertain you. And I think what happens is that starts producing unreasonable demands, unreal demands, and in some ways very distorting demands on people who are attempting to educate, train, deliver information, because they have got to compete against a phenomenally sophisticated entertainment delivery system. And in turn, I believe what happens is in our minds we start putting frames on information as valid or something we want to attend to based on its entertainment qualities, not on its informational value. And this ultimately may exact a very severe price if you see the world through the filter of entertainment and you don't develop the very strong grids of assessment that were installed in the classical educations of earlier ages. There's really not a lot to strain it out. It's kind of like drinking unfiltered water. You might get all kinds of interesting things, and you might get a lot of mind parasites coming in as well. The great paradox is medicine of the 20th century was extremely effective at eliminating parasites. Humans used to be host to a multitude of parasites. That was the normal mental condition. So at a level of physical health, we have been able to protect ourselves and shield ourselves against infestation with parasites, only to find that in the 21st century, the media stream now infests us with mental parasites. And we need to have some kind of powerful method of examining what we're being exposed to, and we have to have an equally powerful method for going back through our mental files, kind of like a disk defragmentation programs and antivirus programs that help us go and remove those parasitic attachments to our thought that the media stream has become so effective at delivering. So that will be a little bit of the project that I will be approaching in the future, is how do we use NLP as a system cleansing, parasite removing, thought virus detaching mechanism and allow it to give our thought a kind of a clean, well-organized base to develop whatever it is we want to do with our lives that is not so driven by the demands of an external culture that is frequently, I would say generally, using that cultural form to manipulate us instrumentally, either as consumers or political actors or whatever. So that'll be it for now. So much for my harangue, and we'll pick this up tomorrow.